You're listening to the AFTERBUZZ TV Network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Dean. Johnson.
From the AFTERBUZZ Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and Bing.com, and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies, this is AFTERBUZZ TV's The Game After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. If you'd like to buzz in on tonight's show, you can buzz us at 424-256-1729. That's 424-256-1729. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AFTERBUZZ TV's The Game After Show.
Woo! Hello, everybody, and welcome. Being is for doing, and we're here doing another AFTERBUZZ TV After Show for The Game.
Good job, Courtney.
Yay.
You got through that one.
Yeah, that was...
I got through it, and we are in season 5 on episode 8, but 7 for us up in here because we only did 1 for the first 2. And I've got the Chocolate Men joining me today. Kenny.
Hi, hello, everyone.
And Curtis. Are you
I'm
not
chocolate?
No.
I'm more caramel. He's
You're
chocolate.
caramel and chocolate.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess so.
All right, whatever. Obviously, I'm missing my female cohort, Isabel Mora. Decided she got better things to do.
So we're
she
She's
doesn't
a
show up.
child. She's a child.
So we're missing the nuts.
Is that supposed to be an excuse? Oh, he said we're missing
I got
the
your
nuts.
back.
He said we're
So, no,
missing the
like,
nuts.
caramel, chocolate, and missing the nuts. And Snickers.
Wow.
Thank you.
Oh, we
thank
got
you.
laugh
delayed.
tracks
It was
up in
delayed.
here, too. I love
That was pretty funny, actually.
Actually, that was way better than the game's laugh track. But
That's pretty
actually,
funny.
that was
Oh,
glad.
stop bashing
Oh.
the laugh track on the game.
But you know what? I actually like this episode. So
Yay! So
Yeah.
Good
first
episode.
impressions. Go on
Very good
ahead.
episode.
You already let into it.
I thought it was fun. This was the first time I actually laughed throughout the entire episode. I was
Yes.
thoroughly entertained and I was very happy.
Yay.
My only thing is, I don't know if we should talk about it now. You know what? I feel like what's missing is the transitions. You know how sitcoms when they move from different places? Because there was a point where they were in a bedroom. I had no idea where they were.
Yeah.
You know how they have like
Where they show a little bed
even
outdoors
or
whatever.
an exterior shot of where we're going to,
Exactly.
Yeah.
and then fade into the scene,
And then it would make sense.
and with the little music cue.
yeah.
Exactly.
And actually, the last week when we were preempted, they actually showed the game reruns, the entire first through the current season. And I watched most of it, and I happened to catch the third season right before they went on hiatus, and that's exactly how they were.
Yeah.
And so
That would be helpful.
Well, to their credit, they are listening to the listeners, and we asked for to have a bunch of them in one scene and shoot together, and they're starting to do that.
They're starting to do
so
that.
they really want to me it's one of those. It's a rare thing to have a show that actually really listens to their listeners, and then you can see it on TV. So, I kudos to them.
Thank you, the game.
Kudos to the
Thank
game.
you, thank you, thank you.
I do question
There's a
though,
bright side.
because they actually they shot everything
shot
together,
everything.
so I don't know how much they were listening, unless they
Well,
were
they were
listening.
listening to
Well, they were
previous seasons.
listening.
It's the
They
same
were listening.
complaints.
Yeah, they
from
were
last
listening. Everyone,
season.
it was
Yeah.
the same
That's
complaints.
fair.
We had same complaints.
Oh, yeah.
Just
I
they,
still-
they
I s-
lightened this
I
season.
still miss
think.
the Jason Kelly Pitts.
I do. That dynamic
Trio.
is still
I
missing,
see.
but I was excited. I did laugh. I appreciated this episode quite a bit, even though it
did
seemed
too.
very dark to me. I don't know why it's so dark, but otherwise,
mean the-
I love
the
it.
lighting?
The
in
lighting?
general. I feel
Oh,
like
okay,
it's a
okay.
dark show.
You know what? And I actually questioned that too until I actually watched it on my TV at home, and it's a lot better. I think it has to do with the projection. in
Okay,
here.
then I
So,
feel better.
I was about to
'cause
make
I'm
a
like,
black joke, but
oh.
Let's not
no,
start
we
that.
don't like to.
I don't
We don't like to
mind
cut the lights on. We like to keep the lights on, to keep the bill down, this kind of thing. So that's what I was thinking. I was thinking,
Oh God!
Really?
Oh my
What?
goodness!
Nah,
Stereotype?
No, I'm just.
Hey,
I
they're,
mind you,
they're
I
doing
left-
all kinds of stereotypes
I'm black,
in there
and
right now.
I have a lot of friends that are black.
So you're the only ones that like to save money, Curtis? Is that what you're trying to say?
And I'm
On your
letting you know
electricity?
now that I
He
left.
said I was stereotyping. I
You
was just letting him
were.
know that I'm black and I have a.
Mind you, I left my
my
lights
best
on.
friend is black.
My lights are on at my apartment now, and no one's there. So
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, you're one of those.
Yeah, he's one of those. Yeah, he's. Yeah, exactly.
Moving on.
He's a company Negro.
Oh, wow. Anyway, so.
I've been called that. I've been called a slave on these shows, so it's not
Exactly.
that one over there.
See,
It was not on this show.
AfterBuzz TV or its own
Thank
episode.
you.
That was Drag Race, and it was relevant to Drag Race. You're
Slave
taking
to
it
Drag
out of
Racing.
context.
Okay, whatever.
You're
I'm
taking
just
it out of
saying I've been
context.
called a lot of things, so words, sticks and stones.
Absolutely.
Okay. Well, nobody's trying to break your little bones anyway.
I see that little bones.
So, moving on.
I can't believe the two of you are in cahoots.
Eating you up. That's just
I
crazy.
know.
Put your
You're
little
the enemy,
white hat
Curtis.
on.
I know I am the
You
enemy.
don't like it?
I'm the enemy of the
I
state.
didn't do my hair today, so I had to put
Do
something
you have
on.
hair?
Okay, so our first
She's
topic.
killing you.
All right, our first topic this week.
Killing you.
I wasn't playing though, for real. Are you bald? You're bald.
So,
Are you bald? Aren't you bald? How did you not
what
do
does
your
that say,
hair?
I mean,
Melina?
it's been a while. Anyway,
He's got a Jerry curl up on there. That's what it is.
are you trying to grow your hair out, Kenny?
Our first topic.
Oh my goodness.
Really?
Okay, so we're going to talk about the game, of course, because that's the
Alright.
most important thing,
There
and
we
that's why we're here, and that's what we do here at AfterBuzz TV for after
Absolutely.
shows.
Thank you.
So back to the game, and we're going to discuss Melanie.
Yeah.
Even though our board says Melina.
Melina. I'm like, who
I
the
wonder
hell is
what was
Melina?
on Phil's mind when he wrote that down. But
Yeah, he's
he was thinking about somebody else. It's okay. I'm not mad. It's all right.
tell his
She's hot
girlfriend. I'm
too.
gonna tell his girlfriend. That's what it is.
Ooh, that's
trouble.
true. That's true. He didn't write Michelle.
Wow.
I'm just playing.
Put him
'cause
out
he's-
there like that.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Jokey joke. Anyway, so Melanie was at her storyline in this episode, and she is friendless, getting food thrown at her, and trying to bond with her husband's baby mama.
And I like the antics of Tasha throwing shrimp at. That's what I like. That's what I am
It was
used
funny.
to.
It was so pointless and made no sense.
Yeah, but it was still
funny.
hilarious. It got stuck in her hair. I thought it was funny.
It was cute. What do you think about them building this relationship with Janae?
I actually, because I like Janae. I like the actress. She called in last season.
Yeah, we
absolutely
Gabrielle
absolutely
Dennis.
loved
We're
her.
working on getting her in the later part of
I
the season.
love her. I loved her back then when they were split apart. And I mentioned this in the screening
she
room
should be
that this
more.
was the first time I actually laughed at Melanie this whole season.
Yeah.
Probably in the last 2 seasons.
Yeah.
So it was, she had some funny moments, and I appreciated it.
Yes, her desperation became a joke instead
Yes.
of just sad.
Yeah,
exactly.
Which it's been very, very sad.
because
and
we left
pitiful.
off, and she was in the car crying. I was just like,
Yes.
oh, I feel
But I did like that.
No, but I like the whole, she's excited to see Janae of all people,
Yes.
and out of everyone that she wants to befriend, she befriends her. So
Yes, she befriends Janae, and she invites Janae and Janae's new boo, Noah.
Who's
She
very
sees the
handsome,
angle.
by the
She
way.
sees the angle. I mean,
He's handsome.
of course she's gonna invite her.
He's no Jason.
Why
but-
is that an angle, Curtis? What
Well,
are
I
you
mean,
talking
she
about?
figures. This is what she figures. I mean, you know how women think.
How
I
do
don't
women
know.
think?
All right.
Tell me how
Well, she
women
figures-
think, Curtis.
Tell us, 'cause
Enlighten me.
Enlighten us.
Well, she figures that if she can get Janae married off, then she really doesn't have a problem.
No, you know what? I think her motives at the beginning was she didn't have any friends.
Yeah.
So I'm talking about the fact that she's like, she's happy for her.
You
Having
don't think it's
a
legitimately
relationship.
happy?
Nah,
No.
Not at all.
no.
Not even a little bit.
No. The relationship is. She's like, oh wow, she's got a relationship, so that means,
There's no,
There's no-
doubt in her mind that Derwin is out of the picture.
exactly. So
But I think her motives in the beginning of the episode was different than towards the end. Because she really didn't have any
She
friends.
doesn't have any friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's not really a way for her to get any either. 'Cause
No.
she doesn't do.
no, she didn't do anything. She didn't do anything. That's
kinda
true.
sad.
That's,
I
true.
just-
That's kind of sad when you think about
It's like,
it.
wait, who could she
She's,
befriend? She doesn't really work.
The maid.
So,
The maid.
Yeah.
But do they have a maid?
Why? Yeah, they have a maid. That's true.
I'm a
But
chef.
I was wondering because Janae's got her little helper, and I'm like, everybody's got help.
I know.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
What's going on?
The help.
Why does
I
everybody
know.
need
We'll
help?
talk about that now.
All right. So Noah's hot. Welcome to the game.
He's an attractive guy.
He's a
very
good-looking
handsome.
dude.
Yeah.
He was kind of slow talking, and I guess that's how they directed it. I wasn't such a fan.
I don't know if-
but it was interesting. It was nice to
I
have.
think-
him
You
there.
know what? I tend to hold actors accountable for their performance as well. So
So you're trying to say?
I'm just saying, like,
What you trying
maybe
to
that
say?
was a
I mean,
choice
just
that he decided. I don't
make
know.
it
I don't know.
plain.
I've never seen him before, so I don't know.
I've never seen him.
He's
before
very
either.
attractive to watch, though.
He's cute.
Aren't they? I mean, aren't they all attractive though? Like pretty much.
Not really. Not Tasha's men.
I wouldn't say that.
Natasha's man. No. Yeah. I forgot. That's
Tasha's
messed
man's
up.
been around for a minute. Who is that?
The little short one.
Yeah, that's Cole on
From
Martin.
That Cole. That's who I was.
yeah.
I kept thinking Carlton. I'm like, it's not Carlton.
I
Who
thought the
is
same
it?
thing.
Yes, it was Cole.
Yeah, and it was the
Okay.
same. We'll talk about that.
So you don't
later,
think he's
I
good
guess.
looking in his own
We'll
way?
get there.
Who? Cole?
Yeah.
We'll get to that.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
Oh wow.
But
That's that
Noah's
bad,
hot.
that bad.
Back
That
to
bad.
that conversation. And
He reminded me of what's his name, Boris.
Yeah, he did. He did a browner version.
Shorter
yeah.
version.
Yeah.
Boris
wouldn't-
Cujo.
No.
He was. He did. When you,
In the face. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
No,
Can I
no,
say
no, no.
something?
I
Courtney
just have to say I saw
Courtney
him.
saw Boris, and I never seen Courtney act the way. Oh boy.
And I wouldn't.
Well, that was a
'cause
split second.
No.
That was a split second, you know?
It was
You turn
not
like
a split
that.
second. We were at the gift suites doing the Oscars things, and he and his wife were there. His wife is also very beautiful. She
Yeah.
came downstairs and was
Is
seemed
it
very sweet.
Vanessa? Not Vanessa.
No, it's
Nicole.
Nicole Ari Parker.
Okay, yeah.
And Boris walked into the gift suite, and he was standing there.
no. I didn't say it was a split second for you.
But he's one of those people that it's like,
He's a beautiful
you're
human
you're
being.
amazed by how beautiful that man
Yeah.
is. He is.
He's pretty tall, huh?
Oh,
Yeah, he's 6'5".
heck yes. I was in 6-inch heels and he made me
6'5".
look little.
He's 6'5".
Love him. Anyway, that being said,
I wasn't saying he was a split second for you. I'm saying that guy's a split second.
He
Boris
favors
Cody.
him. That's
Yeah,
what
you
I
take a
thought
split second.
of.
You take a split second, and that's him. You know?
I'll let
Courtney-
him. He can favor Kobe, but he don't favor
Kobe who?
Boris.
Yeah, Kobe who?
Kobe bailed.
Oh,
Jason.
no,
But
no,
not
no.
Boris.
I thought you were
Really?
no.
Not
Boris is that
Boris.
good looking, huh?
Yo, Boris is like scary good looking.
Really?
Like you're like,
I get that all.
He's a
wow. It's like it all came together real perfect.
Really? See, I get that. I get the same thing.
Yeah, all the time. Anyway.
You're just illuminating over here for me.
He's glossing. He's shining. Anyway, so Noah, nice guy, works for the Huffington Post, I guess. Seems pretty normal. Nothing that exciting happened. Then Irv came in.
I thought it was random.
It was kind of random.
But it was good though.
But Irv is funny.
I
He's
like
funny.
him,
pretty
yeah.
He's
good.
funny.
It was a little bit off, but then he got in
Yeah,
his
he's
little.
funny.
He's a good dude.
He's a
I like
funny
his
dude.
character a lot, and he threw. I like the stereotype and all that. That was cute. So they did good.
Yeah.
He's
They did
funny.
good.
Yeah,
It was
he's a
nice
funny
dinner.
guy.
Throwback. Melanie's still trying to make a dinner party work, which she couldn't make work in the second season, and she apparently still can't make work in the fifth season. So, oh well, she tried, and they ended it with obviously Janae leaving with her man. She announced to Melanie it's a secret that she's engaged. Don't tell him. And
She can't hold her.
She can't hold her mouth shut to save her life.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But you know what? They chalked up this whole honesty thing. You're right.
Well, she woke him up. Like, no, she woke him
That's
up to
true.
get that. Because, like,
But it was fair. Do you not think it was a fair
No, but it leads to my
question?
intent. That it leads to my reasoning that she was just happy for, she wanted to bring her to that party. No, she wanted to bring her to a party because she wanted to kind of like secure, like seal the deal
Yeah.
with Derwin. And
My
making
thing
sure
is,
that,
when you are losing sleep over something like this, it's insecurity, and
that's my whole point. That's the reason why she was happy that
no, but she woke him up
Janae-
to ask him. Okay, so, what do you think of what's this face? Blah blah blah. Do you really hate him? Meaning, do you hate him because he's not a good person, or do you hate him because you still secretly are
Absolutely.
in love?
That was the reason why she brought Janae and her boyfriend over. Because she
No,
wanted to
I
jab.
think, I think she really wants a friend.
Friend, yeah.
And this is now a safe friend because you don't invite a single woman that just had your man's baby over to the house and have her parading around your man all the time.
Exactly.
But now that she is committed to somebody else, it's a safe person to become closer friends with because,
I don't buy that one.
well,
I get
I'm
it.
a woman and I can think
I think
that
that's
way
psychotic
because
to buy.
it's
to
not
be. Yeah, it is.
psychotic.
That's
You know,
crazy.
wait,
I would
what-
trip
hold on.
out.
What's
I would trip out
psychotic?
if I came home.
Clarify what's psychotic.
I would trip out if I came home and my daughter's mother and my girl was like just kicking it, like just hanging out, and they were best friends and they would go places together without the kid. That
It
was
happens.
really weird to me. That
Well,
would be
and
weird.
my
That would be
thing
weird
is,
to you,
and
but
they're in the
some-
same circle too, because I mean,
yeah,
they're
but
both connected to
they were
him.
at each other at one point, and now you're like I would say, well, I would want to know what the motive was, and
Well, the motive
that's
is
scary.
literally she has
No
no friends.
friends.
I know, but that's scary. though.
And it's funny because she stooped so low that the only friend that she can get is her once
exactly,
enemy.
that's crazy. That's
I think
crazy
it's
to me.
great.
I don't think it's crazy.
crazy to me.
And I think ideally in that situation, it would be nice to actually be legit
Cordial,
friends.
yeah.
That you're not at each other's throat.
No,
or-
you should be cordial.
Or feeling threatened by each other. And if you actually can become friends, that's kind of cool. I
Yeah,
mean,
well,
it
you-
takes
I
a
mean-
huge person and mature people to actually pull that off. to have been dated and all that, and it's all mixed up, and to be able to be like, okay, we can be cool, like cool enough to hang out and cool enough to do stuff. Like, I think that says a lot about your maturity level.
I think that's.
But
because I agree that it is weird and it is a little too close, but to be able to put
to be able to pull
aside,
it off,
it's kind of amazing.
Be able to pull it off. I mean, I see your point, and I see where as a guy you'd be like, yeah, that's cool that they can get along, and it makes it easier for the child. But just like best friends to me is like.
Well, we're not talking best friends. It was just one.
Well, it's Melanie's best friend apparently because she's
Well, but that's still with the caveat that Melanie has no friends.
Yeah.
So anybody that is her friend, a little bit would be her best friend. Would be her best friend.
That's sad.
But I think I don't think that Melanie was entirely misplaced by asking Derwin why his reaction was so vile towards this guy.
Well,
yeah,
and I don't think
agree.
that's necessarily her insecurity problem. I think that's a legit relationship question.
No.
If you're reacting that strongly to something, like somebody that you literally had very little conversation with to begin with, because it wasn't like he was like, I'm not a fan.
But here's the thing, why
he
wait?
Was like, that guy is horrible.
Jerk, yeah.
But here's the thing, why wait though?
Well,
I don't understand why would you wait?
I mean, what do you mean why would you wait?
Well, when he said he's a jerk or whatever, he should have said, well, what's your reasoning? I mean, I would go into that.
He stormed out. Like,
well, it was in the house. He stormed out of the house.
I mean, he stormed out of the room. So then the next cut, like, okay, I'm not gonna make a big deal about it. Let him cool off, and then we'll talk about it later. But it was on her mind, and she sat up.
And I'm sure. I have a feeling like later down in the season we're gonna find out what actually happened or what didn't happen while they were in the bathroom having their discussion. Because obviously something happened.
No, I think it's just man and territory.
You think
I
so?
don't like it.
See, I don't know.
Because he actually was in a legit relationship with Janae. That they actually had feelings and whatever for each other. They did try to go back together at one point to make it work as a family, and it didn't happen. And I think that he chose Melanie, but we see that he and Melanie seem to continue to choose each other because that's what they've known, not necessarily what they want. And they don't ever seem to get past
sad.
that. Well, it's but that's what it seems to come back to. And that's why it seems like they continue to have these crazy problems in their relationship. And I don't think that his entire situation with Janae was, and if he is the like really sensitive, like sort of straight narrow guy on the inside that he was as a character before, and now this woman's had his baby, and like in part of him there might be a feeling like maybe I should have made my family work, and I don't want to be this stereotype of having a baby mama and having this and that. So there may be some unresolved feelings there.
That's the reason why you don't have your baby's mother as a friend, a close friend.
I don't think he had a choice in this matter.
No. I'm talking.
Because she was just basically like, we're having a dinner party, she's coming over.
Yeah, but that's what makes it so weird, is because the complications like this come awry in a situation.
But on that same note, that would be why Melanie would want to be able to be friends.
So like having enemies closer type thing?
Well, no, it's one of those situations like if you can deal with this situation, your feelings are resolved. Like you can be around this person and not want anything to do with them.
Yeah, but why? See, that's what I don't understand. Why pressure? Like I never understood that.
Point.
I don't
never
understand
putting
why
yourself
pressure.
In front of temptation. Like,
Why pressure?
Yeah,
why pressure your
that.
relation? Like why pressure the person in your relationship to come clean or to how should I say this? To come around as quick as you want them to. It's almost like if you're recovering from something, you should be able to recover it in your own time. Why pressure?
Wait, in this case,
are we talking about
he's come around because he chose Melanie and he married her.
I know, but she's pressuring him to like try to find other stuff, and that's what she's doing. That's the reason why she tapped him and said, "Well, is it you're angry because you don't like the guy, or is it because because you still like Janae?" That's a she's like still messing up. She's still like stirring the pot.
That's just
like
Melanie doing because
stirring
she's
the pot.
neurotic, I think.
But I don't even think that would be so. I think I would ask the same question if I was in that situation.
But why put yourself in that situation? Why put yourself in a situation where you gotta...
in this storyline, I think she legitimately is trying to make a friend.
I think so too.
And this is the person she's able to be around. And
not only that, is this person she kind of has to be around.
Yeah, she has to be around.
Yeah, she has to be around her, but but it's like kind of like a bait and switch type thing. It's like you put something out there, but your intentions are to find some stuff out about your relationship. And that's what it seems like she's trying to do.
I don't think that even came an issue until his reaction.
Exactly.
So the matching clothes and all that kind of stuff.
But that's girl
Really?
competition. That has nothing to do with
So
him
why
at
would you compete
all.
with your friend?
Because that's what girls do. Like
You guys are crazy.
Oh,
That's the problem.
I didn't even know
That's
that.
the problem. Well, that's the problem. Well, you should, but that's the problem.
we
That's
dress
the
for
problem.
each other. We don't dress for
No.
y'all.
No, she wanted to wear white shoes. So and wanted him to wear
she
white.
wanted to wear YSL shoes.
Oh, YSL.
Yves Saint Laurent, because she wanted to prove that her shoes were bad as hell, and that Janae would have to take notice.
But didn't she
say?
say? But didn't she say she wanted to match Derwin?
Yeah, she was gonna put him in YSL shirts.
Okay, YSL shirts. Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
I thought it said white. I mean, I said white.
It's
But
okay,
still,
Courtney.
no. But even then, like that's still it's like okay, you're my best friend, but I still want to pick. You know, it's like a territory thing. Like she was just, it's like peeing and
I think girls do that.
But girls do that regardless.
Marking
We're not
territory.
marking
No, marking
territory.
territory.
No.
No.
I think
whack
even
to me.
girls do that.
I think that's whack
when
to
they
do it all the time.
They're not baby
They
mamas.
do it all the
with
time.
their
That's
friends.
whack. I mean, I
when
think that's
you're-
whack. I think that's whack to mark territory like that. I think
But
it's
it's
whack.
not. That's not marking territory. If I want to be like, okay, so we're about to go out. I want to be the baddest chick there.
Yeah,
Like,
No. But I want you to dress just like me because I'm going. We're going.
No. She wasn't dressing him like him.
No,
she was
put him in.
making sure that because that shows.
And then she said, "You think she'll notice?"
'Cause
Absolutely.
She shops,
Come on, man.
She shops for Derwin. So
Okay.
she's like showing, like, look, I got good taste for him too. I got good taste for myself. We are doing it. Yes.
Nah, that's not what it was.
What was it?
What she was saying, and look, I'm aware this, and I want you to wear that, and she's gonna notice that we're both matching and that we're together. That's a
No, it was the
subliminal message.
label. It was the label.
Okay, the label, but the labels we're both wearing the same label. So that means we get dressed together, we're in a relationship together. I mean, that's exactly what it was, marking her territory. Trust me, she was marking her
Have
territory.
you been marked before?
I've been
Curtis?
peed on before. That's the thing, I've peed on before. And I don't like that stuff. I think that's whack. That's whack to be peed on like that. No, really. Like a girl. No. Wait.
I would think it would be very
Wait,
whack to be
hold
peed
on. Let me clarify.
Anyway,
Hold on.
I don't think we should.
No.
I think we have to move on.
No.
Right now.
We're gonna clarify that because no. We're gonna clarify that because the goat thing, you guys took that out of context, and we're gonna clarify it. No,
It's all coming full circle.
No, the peeing on
Okay, you have
is
2
marking the
seconds.
territory. No, there ain't no
One,
marking.
Time's up.
Marking your territory. Oh my god. No, girls do stuff.
Okay, so
girls
you
do crazy
believe
things like
that
they'll
they were
leave.
marking territory. So
Yeah,
you feel like
absolutely.
you were marked at some point in your life by a
course.
female that was trying to prove to somebody else that you were hers.
No, women do
Okay.
things. Women do things like they'll come over your house and they'll stay over your house and they'll conveniently leave something of theirs. So therefore, if another girl comes in,
Why you
then
got
they'll
other
say,
girls coming in?
well, just in case
See,
you're a
that's
player.
because you
can be
are a player, and that's why you've been
I'm not a player.
marked.
I'm not a player.
Anyway, so
I'm not a player. I'm
you at some point in life you were, and that is why.
Yeah,
girls
but
were,
that's the thing.
and that's why you
But
were
see,
getting
why would you
peed
do
on.
that?
People pee on you
No.
because you're messing up. Stop messing up.
It
and
wasn't
you don't
like
get peed on.
it wasn't like I was trying to be in a relationship with them, but they still leave stuff.
I
They
understand,
leave stuff because they
honey.
want another woman to say, "Hey, you got a girl?" I'm
Or
like,
they
"Yeah,
want
I don't
you
have
to
no
be.
girl."
They
I'm
just
done.
wanted to be your girl.
That's
Exactly.
peeing.
Just
Or they
like
want to be
Melanie's
squared
just
in
trying to
and
be Janae's friend and
Just
be
letting
the
her
cool
know,
friends.
hey, you know what? We
I
are
don't
friends,
buy
but
that.
this is my man.
Exactly.
And
But
there's nothing wrong with that.
well, I don't
find.
think anything was wrong with it.
I
Yeah.
think there's a lot wrong with that.
Obviously,
You have wedding rings.
doesn't
You already
like
know
being
he's your man.
marked. That's-
Well, he already know. She already knows that.
Well, I
That's-
think you're confused
A
that
wedding
her
ring is-
energy was not as focused on what you think it was
No,
Yeah.
focused
it was
on.
exactly on that.
But we can agree to disagree, and we will move on. Oh my God! Thank God! Thank God! Thank
I
God!
love these conversations.
I know,
swear.
it's hilarious.
Curtis,
Okay.
you're my hero.
I know, because you've gotten peed on. But anyway, so also in this episode, we got some exciting little matchups with Miss Tasha Mack and TT
Oh,
and
even what's his name?
the baby
Malik.
Malik. I was like,
He's
why
in
did
there.
I just totally forgot his name.
yeah, he's
Malik.
about to call. He's about to say.
I was about to say
To
his
me,
real name,
Jose,
and I was
yeah.
trying to get his real name
Yeah.
out of my head.
He's getting a little less time.
I was going to say that his character is fading right now, and I get it. But now that we know it's 22 episodes, obviously this is
He's
purposeful.
gonna come back.
It's gonna come
Yeah.
back.
Yeah.
But so he's been in the background. Basically, Tasha Mack is in heat. It's okay, boo. It happens. She needs some
looked
action.
everything. Banana, the bottle.
You know, where you looking and you can't, yeah, and she contemplated things. TT suggested her hiring somebody and whatnot. And then she called the escort service and said her name was Melanie Barnett Davis. That was great for me.
hilarious.
That was great for me. But anyway, so she
She can get
shows
it.
up at a bar and she's thinking she's just hollering at some dude. They go back, make whoopee, and have a great time. And then she finds out, actually, this
He
wasn't
was.
free.
Yeah.
How is she supposed to know that? I mean,
She
I
can
don't
get
know
it
much
anyway,
about
though.
prostitutes, but
She can get it though.
Usually.
She can get it, Carter. well, she thought she could get it. She thought she would get
you
it
see
just
her
fine.
arms though. I like her. I like her.
She's
a physical,
beautiful woman.
Yeah, she can get
period.
it. Yeah, that's a MILF right there for your tail.
I still wonder
For
about the
your
casting
tail?
though.
Yeah,
for my tail.
She
For you. Well, I didn't say. I want to say for
Did
you.
you say
No,
for
I
your
didn't
tail?
swear. No, I didn't swear
Oh,
because you
that's-
say.
I don't mind you didn't swear.
tail.
I'm just trying to understand that
For your
she's a
ASS,
milf for your tail.
For your, you
Oh,
said it's a milf for
okay.
you.
Instead
See,
of
because
for
you're so
that
used to hearing swear words.
No,
And I said tail, meaning the back end of a donkey.
You say tail. We're talking about she's hot. I think you're making some innuendo that I don't understand about the backside.
Yeah, the
and
back
I
end of a
don't.
donkey to tail.
Okay.
Here we go with the
Anywho.
animals again.
There you go.
But I will say,
there you go.
with Cole, that was the running joke on Martin with the whole short thing, and I
Yeah.
thought that was
Yeah, it's
hilarious.
hilarious.
I
You
just
gotta
thought
the
be
hype,
this
yeah.
tall to ride this ride.
That was
Happens
hilarious.
all the
I think
I've even said that a couple of times.
Tashina Arnold said that a few times.
No, yeah. Well, she used to rag on him
Rag
in
on
every
every
episode.
But she said that exact
Line.
that
Yeah,
exact
oh, yeah.
line.
Oh,
That
did she
exact
really?
line.
Mhm.
Oh,
Okay.
for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. But anyway, apparently it doesn't matter how tall you are because he rode the ride and it was a lot of fun.
Well, she was desperate again.
Nah, he gave her the blues.
There's a
Little
theme
blues.
here. Desperation.
Desperation.
Desperate times calls for desperate measures.
All the women are desperate
Mm-hmm.
in the game.
I like that.
What does that say?
Black women are desperate.
No.
Trying to say,
that's not
well,
what it means.
that's what I mean. What's his face? TT made a little comment about black women always being behind, late to the party. He said about sex,
Yeah, with the
including
orgy and the
orals,
oral.
orgies, and didn't he say anal? Or did I make that up?
You make
No,
that
that's
up.
you just a little freaky.
You dreamt that one. I didn't hear that.
So
one.
You gotta
but
worry about
do you
that on
agree?
me.
Do you agree?
But, no, I thought it was an interesting
Not
comment.
until Valentine's
You don't
Day.
think you don't agree?
Well, I hate to be stereotypical, and I hate to make stereotypical
Because I was at the party
comments.
early. That's it.
But
I invented the party.
I'm not referring to myself.
Oh.
I will only speak of those that I know. What I will say
I want a list.
is that is not entirely accurate.
Yeah, because you went to.
inaccurate.
Didn't you go to you? Okay.
Didn't I go to what?
Didn't you go to an all white school? Or
Yeah, I've
something?
been in all white school.
Oh,
all
so
my
you was in the
life.
game.
I wasn't in the game.
Really?
I was not in the game.
I was about to
I'm
say
is the
still a
game?
I was
virgin.
about to
I don't
say
know what
something.
you're talking
What
No,
about.
no, no.
game?
I was gonna say something because
Say it.
Can I say this?
Yes.
You might
'Cause
as well.
I don't know what you're talking
humped
about.
a goat and a donkey, so you might as well go ahead and say.
I don't want to. I don't want to offend Courtney.
Yeah, I don't get offended, and
Yeah.
if I do
Okay,
get
because
offended,
I was
I'll
thinking.
tell you
I was
why I'm
thinking.
offended.
I was thinking. No, I don't want to say.
Say it.
Well, you know.
Say
Well,
the
you
shit.
tease the
Discretion
audience
herein are those of
now.
the host only. They do not
so-
necessarily
I know.
reflect
Okay,
the
yeah,
views
there
of
you go.
AfterBuzz
Now you have
TV
to
or its
say
owners
it.
or
No, I was
principals.
gonna say because I'm sure when you were at school, all the guys were like they was just hoping that you were in the game.
Well, being that I'm a 5'9" black girl with a big hair and everything else, and I was in an all-white school, I wasn't the hot commodity.
But those
I
lips,
dated grown men.
those lips though, I'm
Oh,
sure.
did I say that? I
Yeah.
didn't date in school. I didn't date in school.
You dated college or you dated teachers?
No comment. Anyway, I couldn't date in school.
She gave
I,
less,
there,
more
there,
than
there
an
was,
apple.
I wasn't,
More than an apple.
I wasn't dating in school.
Really?
No.
See, I would think because
I
of
Were
dated
you working on the
outside of
side?
school. What are you talking about?
We were
Well,
on
I was just thinking
prostitution.
because our lips.
Let's be honest.
I was working at
What
the
does that
Gap.
mean?
I was a Gap girl for 4 years.
Don't get it twisted. Now
Don't be
Courtney has
confused.
Courtney has full lips.
What does that mean though?
What, having full lips?
Yeah.
Because you have full lips, you
You
are
are an
on time
oral?
for the party.
No, that means the oral thing. I'm
Oh,
thinking.
wow,
I'm
okay.
thinking guys
under-
be all over you.
Well, I'm just saying high school guys were.
They're like,
not.
I just want to touch. I'm just saying. You told me you
I
unleashed
kinda
it.
feel
You unleashed
naked
it. You unleashed
I
it.
feel uncomfortable with this one.
Nonetheless, I mean,
I'm just
it's
saying.
not entirely misplaced.
There
I mean,
you
the
go, there
point
you
is
go, there
that
you
Tasha was horny and needed to get laid,
Yeah.
and they made some very sexual comments about black women, and
And I'm glad black women made it to the party because they have all the tools to be successful and to
Curtis, I can't.
What
even have
parties
a
are you
conversation
going
with
of
to?
this
you.
party. Huh?
What parties are you going to?
Curtis, you
No,
are
I'm
off
just
the
saying.
chain.
Like I even pointed out her lips. That's perfect. This is perfect.
For what?
Okay, Kenny.
Yeah, exactly.
much,
yeah,
boo-boo.
don't-
Enlighten
No, no, no.
me.
Use your
No, no, no.
imagination.
Yeah, exactly. Use your imagination.
I don't live in y'all's
Okay,
world,
here's the
so
thing.
You don't
live in
have
our
to.
You don't live in our. Oh yeah, well, you don't have to. All you do is you can just look. But anyway, black women have all the tools to be the host,
Everybody has
the host of this
all
party.
the tools
No, no,
to
no.
be a
I'm
host.
confused.
No, there's.
What are we
some-
hosting?
No,
A
no, I'm
party
saying.
apparently.
Of what?
Yeah, she can host the party.
Okay.
People who are sucking penises? Is that what we're talking
my
about?
goodness.
Well, I'm just saying she could host a party.
Oh
I'm just saying
my
with those lips, she could
goodness.
host a party. That's all I'm saying.
I know this episode was scandalous, but goodness gracious,
Well,
y'all was
I'm-
getting detailed.
well,
and
because
specific.
You told me to speak, so now you can't turn it
Well,
off.
Farrakhan
either
over
way,
here.
was Tasha late? She was on time to the party or came to a party,
She
maybe
came to
not
a
fully
party.
equipped.
Yeah.
Because as
Well,
TT mentioned, she was late to the party.
Yeah.
But she did her thing.
I was confused.
Or got her thing did. I
Yeah,
don't
that's what it
know.
sounded like.
It sounded like she got her thing
he was
did. Yeah.
giving her the blues.
He gave it to her.
Little feet. His feet was like.
Yeah, that was kind of funny.
He was
Their
like,
feet, and
what is
she's
that?
screaming.
What is that? She's like, oh, it's a birthmark.
Yeah. Well, his feet were like. I don't know if you noticed.
I wouldn't.
His feet were like shorter than
Short,
hers.
Hers,
Yeah.
her feet were like out here, and his
I
were
know.
like up here.
It was
cute.
crazy.
They both look like men feet, so I was a little
Oh
confused.
wow.
Oh, beast.
Oh, I mean, you know.
It happens. You wear heels for 20 years. I guess it goes bad. But anyway.
Well, it could have been two men as doubles.
Yeah, doubles. Yeah. Now that'd be kind of bad. If
That'd
they,
be actually kind of funny for bees.
As an actor,
perhaps
like,
you never know. I mean, I don't
wouldn't
know why they would use doubles for that scene. That's feet.
No, but that
because they
it costs
want
money.
nice. Well, they want nice feet sometimes.
Yeah, true. But
know.
I don't know. Anyway, but apparently they weren't nice.
They
according
do
to
hand
me.
doubles. I mean, you
Yeah,
know.
true. Anyway, so
And it costs less for them to do doubles like that
Yep. Because you pay background rate
instead of the actual actor.
Yeah. Because
Okay.
you're bringing the background artist on a day that the actor
Won't be
they're not
there.
there.
no
Yeah.
problem.
Save money.
Nonetheless,
More money. You know, with the lighting thing, so you know
They
they
got
save
it
money.
on, and apparently it cost $2,000.
Which is confusing.
It was kind of made me mad. I would have been like, "What?" Like, we were just talking. We didn't agree on anything.
Yeah, that's
So
what I'm
that was
saying.
bogus.
like-
but I guess that's what's supposed to make it funny. Like,
Oh, yeah, that was
she got
funny.
took. It was funny.
Yeah, and it was
And he had his
$2,000.
little credit card thing
That
on
was
his
hilarious.
phone, which was funny.
It was 6 hours, right?
Yeah, 6 hours.
$500 an hour.
You can do it, Curtis.
That doesn't add up.
Well, he said he gave her a discount, didn't he? He said usually I charge $500 an hour,
But then he also charged her for the drinks
So
that
he
he
took
bought
some-
her.
Exactly.
which was hilarious.
But that doesn't make sense though.
Okay, well,
Well, $500, 6 hours. That's what $3,000, right?
It's not. It's the
Wait,
principle of the
wait.
fact
He
gave her a
oh,
discount.
jeez.
Nah, just the discrepancy in the
funny
writing.
because-
What a discrepancy in the writing. You gotta, if you're gonna do it, then you
well,
might as
he
well at least do
said
the math.
I normally charge
Charge
$500 an
$500.
hour.
Okay.
He gave her
So
a
then he
discount.
So he
gave
must
her
have
a
gave her a
discount.
super discount because then he turned around and charged her for the drinks.
Okay.
So it still came
Well,
with
I
the
mean,
2,000. So he must have charged her
it's
$1,000 for
Atlanta.
the
drinks
sex.
were like
Why are we
$10.
getting-
Who cares?
I know. Why is
Either
this-
way,
I was just
It
thinking
was-
about the discrepancy.
you're right.
I mean, you noticed the
Okay.
earrings. Come on, man. So
Okay,
we
well,
just
some
noticed
people
the
sleep in
discrepancy.
their earrings.
Because that scene was boring me, so I
Okay.
had to focus on something else.
Anyway, she got charged for money. She got upset about it, but he said they would chop her up and put her in a trunk or something if she didn't. So she had to pay her money, and that was probably quite humiliating.
I thought it was funny.
It was the first time I ever seen her, the gun-toting Tasha, to like just say, all right, well,
Give
I'll pay.
in, yeah.
Well,
She
I mean,
gave in
because what
real
you gonna
quickly.
do really? Like the pimp, like who's the pimp? Like I don't know what you're gonna do.
Yeah,
so
that's
I
true.
would give in too. Here's my credit card. What you gotta do? Holla. See y'all later. But anyway, so that wrapped up the episode. She paid her money. We're gonna find out next week what happens any further because I think this doesn't end here.
Yeah.
Oh,
But for
absolutely
right
not.
now, we're ending and going to a commercial break, and we will be back.
AfterBuzz TV.
Hi, I was once like you, a lazy, angry loner whose only joy was watching TV and surfing the net. And like you, after I'd see one of my favorite TV shows, I'd be so excited and have so many questions that I'd actually have to talk to my douchebag coworkers about it at the water cooler. Then I discovered AfterBuzzTV.com. AfterBuzz TV produces after-show webcasts and podcasts for TV series of all kinds, like post-game wrap-up shows for all your favorite TV shows. AfterBuzz TV hosts are industry insiders who break down episodes of shows, take calls from fans, and interview cast and crew from each series, with over 60 different after shows, from Boardwalk Empire to American Idol to Vampire Diaries to Real Housewives, and more. Now, after a night of TV, I can ignore my stupid coworkers, who I hate, and go straight to my desk and watch or listen to all my favorite AfterBuzz TV after shows, and have all the TV fan interaction I need. Thank you, AfterBuzz TV.
AfterBuzz TV. What do you want to buzz about?
That commercial puts me to
I
sleep
don't know
sometimes.
what you
know,
want
I
to
know.
buzz about,
AfterBuzz
but I know
TV.
what we doing.
What we doing?
We are going to have a special little conversation about prostitution for our special segment today. Welcome back. Those of you just joining us, this does have a place because Tasha Mack ended up with a prostitute. And I'm wondering what you guys think. Should prostitution just be legal already?
Well, it's the oldest profession.
Oldest profession in the history of the world.
Yeah.
Why is it still illegal?
Because the government can't tax it. I mean,
Why
That's
not?
exactly.
But if it was legal, couldn't they tax it?
they could.
Well,
There
yeah,
could be a
especially if
way
they
to
give.
tax it.
Well,
Well,
if
I
they
mean-
give them all those little credit card things that.
Well, no,
yeah.
I mean, because people who own their own businesses still have to pay taxes at the end of the year. So if you write down that you're a prostitute, they will come after you.
No. Actually,
You'll get audited.
no. There was a situation. I don't know if you ever heard of this, but this pimp was paying his taxes, and he would list to the IRS that he was a pimp, and no one really went after
I don't
him
think he
because
would
was
say a
pimp.
pimp. I think
No,
he would say
put
like
pimp.
Really?
Yes, he put pimp on there, but
Was that-
the
was that
IRS
person
didn't
you?
care. The IRS didn't care because he was paying his taxes.
Well, the IRS wouldn't go after him anyway.
No.
Well, I mean, but it's
It'd be the
illegal. It's
federal
illegal
government.
to be, to
Yeah,
be
but
a pimp.
they wouldn't go after him. It'd be
But you're not
illegal
hearing-
from
you're not
the
hearing-
day.
Here's my question, because there's a certain thing called an escort service.
Yes.
Which is that different or is this the same?
I mean, technically it's supposed to be different, but I think
What
that's
makes
what
it-
happened to what's-her-face, Heidi Fleiss. It was an escort service, and then
Meaning-
they found out that they were
There's a
actually
lot of
having
having
sex.
sex.
Yeah.
But you can actually pay someone to
Date
go
you.
date you,
Yeah.
and then you
Yeah.
don't
that's
have
legal.
to sleep with them. Yeah.
Yeah, as long as you don't sleep with them, it's not illegal, supposedly. But there are obviously places where it is legal because the Bunny Ranch
Well,
exists.
Vegas,
and,
yeah. Or Nevada. I'm sorry.
And now I don't know, I was watching whatever, I can't remember, maybe it was some Oprah show with Lisa Ling about the people that are doing sex acts online, and they have their websites and people can pay to see them have sex, even though they're not having sex. They would have sex, like it was like one of them was a couple. They had a 2-year-old child, and they make more money having sex on camera
Online.
for
in
internet,
front of other people.
in front of other people to do whatever. So it's safe.
Yeah, people always
so to
find a
speak.
way.
They find a way to do it
to do
anyway.
it
So I
anyway,
just
yeah.
think it's interesting that it's still mostly illegal.
Typically, I mean, prostitution has been known. The prostitutes have been known to be women. I find it
Yes.
quite interesting that BET in the game would turn the tables on
twist
that.
on it.
Tables and
Yeah.
put them in on it.
Yeah.
What do you know about male prostitutes, Kenny?
She,
I plead the fifth.
she, oh really?
Well, do you
Dog,
know?
I was
Do you
like,
know?
I was hoping to say I never.
Do you have any insight?
No,
None?
no, sorry.
What about in the gay community?
His phone's been
Well,
blowing up. He's got some work.
You know, in the
work.
gay community,
Getting
there
hired.
are a lot of male escorts, prostitutes, and I actually know a few.
Escorts?
Yes. That
Okay.
are openly, that'll say, this is
They
what I do.
openly say.
Yeah, yeah.
But openly say that they're escorts, or they'll openly say that they are escorts that do whatever.
Well, an escort
Well,
in the
men,
gay community
men definitely
having
have
sex, for
sex.
money.
Yeah,
And a lot of it has to do, like a lot of porn stars are escorts.
yeah.
I
Which
don't
is
quote me,
crazy
but
to
don't
me.
quote me. Like a lot of like go-go boys and strippers out in like West Hollywood and gay areas are prostitutes.
Yeah.
On the side. I mean, it's just a
Well, it's,
way
just,
of.
it's crazy to me that
But it's guys. I mean, they have sex.
yeah, guys have
They
sex.
would have
Well,
sex
guys
for
have
free.
sex.
So why
in-
not have sex?
yeah,
have sex
why
with
pay for
themselves,
it?
Well, not. Why do it and get money?
Why
Well,
not
because here's
do
the
it
thing.
and
Here's
get
the
money
thing.
for it?
Here's the thing. Everyone can have sex, but you can't have sex with the person you would like to. So if you see somebody that's good looking and you say, "Wow, I can pay for them," you're gonna pay for them. And plus, he. No.
Okay.
You
Oh,
ask.
all
No,
right.
wait, hold on. You asked why guys can have sex with anybody. So why would they pay for it? And I'm saying, sometimes people pay for.
They're paying for the fantasy.
The attractive.
Or-
The
yeah.
attractive. And then even TT said, or was it TT? I don't remember. Somebody said that the beauty of prostitution is not that you're paying to have them. You're paying for them to walk away,
To leave.
to leave.
Oh.
And that brings the point. You'll spend. Oh, I mean, I'm like, because you can spend. Well, hold on. I'm just because I think very deeply.
You should be asking
Wait,
him.
wait,
these
I think-
Well,
questions.
I was just thinking maybe he should
Ask
have
him.
done.
Here's the thing,
Maybe
here's
he
the
should have went with prostitutes.
No,
and then
I think
he would
very
have never gotten
deeply.
peed on.
Exactly.
And then they would leave.
That's what I should have did. That's my thing.
Exactly.
That's what I should have did because the reality of it is, I started
maybe
thinking
he would have
when I was
gotten
listening to
peed
this, I
on.
was thinking, I was like, wow. I was like, you go on a date, and if you go on a really nice date, you trick off about $150, $160.
It's
There's
profit.
nothing
Hold on.
wrong with that.
Hold on, you trick off. Exactly, you trick off that. And then you go home.
Only $150.
Wait. You can go home by yourself. You can go home by yourself that night. So hold on. You trick off $160, and then you go home. She's like, "Well, I don't really,
I don't do that on the first
I don't do that on the first date. And you're like, man, so then you gotta take her out a few more times. Then you take her out a few more times. You spent over $700, $800 just to have sex with that girl. When you could have went ahead and got yourself somebody for like $100.
I admire you, brother, for turning this around and turning dating into prostitution.
Well,
that's
exactly what it is. It's
Really?
like,
I disagree.
I mean, you know what I'm saying.
wholeheartedly.
If it doesn't work out, then it's prostitution.
So you've pumped $700.
How many girls you know that say, "Oh, I want to get a free meal. I'm gonna go call up such and such and such," or "Oh, I want to go to the movie, so let me call up such and such and such." They're basically prostituting themselves out, but they're not having sex.
Well, I think the whole prostitution is the act of having sex for
escort.
money.
Okay, well, escort then. They're
Excuse my
escorting.
beauty.
There's an escort. Exactly, because you done did it before. I know. Because she knows. She's guilty. Guilty party right now.
I mean, I
Women have
think
done that, and that's escorting. That's an escort service.
No, it's not, first of all.
By
Because
definition, it is.
We're on
Exactly.
a date. Excuse
No,
me. That's
you're not
because
on a
you're
date.
in the
He
game.
has no idea.
That's because you're in the game because you think you're gonna get some. I'm in the game because I'm just trying to get to know you.
See, that's whatever. You ain't trying to
just
get.
trying to
You're
get
trying to
to
get
know
to
you
a
and have a good
movie.
time.
Trying to get to the movie and get a free
And have
meal out of that
fun.
thing.
We're trying to have a good time
on, man.
together.
Come on, man.
We're trying to have a good time together.
So you're
Right.
saying that all the girls that you date,
Jeez,
you don't
Curtis.
actually go out to get to know them. You just
No,
literally want to go and have sex with them.
No. You miss.
Well, you seem very
I
hostile
know.
that they're
No,
not ready to
no,
put
no, I
out
said-
after
I
you
said,
spent
hold
that
on, hold on.
first $150.
No,
I
no,
mean,
no.
them some cheap girls.
I
If you
wasn't-
think it's
I wasn't-
$150
see,
bucks is
see,
enough.
see,
Wait, I think Curtis is referring to a specific type of woman, and I know what you're saying.
Exactly.
This is
Y'all
not a,
putting
this
it
is,
on me.
this is
They're
not a
putting-
classy woman like
They're
Courtney.
putting it on me.
Yeah,
They're putting it on
I get,
me.
I get
No,
what you're
wait,
saying.
whatever.
Classy
Courtney,
or
whatever.
Courtney?
No.
That is
Courtney,
not class.
Courtney
I am all
Courtney has
class.
went to the movies
Oh, you
with
are
a guy
so
and had
wrong.
no intentions of
You are
giving
so
him
wrong.
anything,
You
not
are
even a
so
kiss.
wrong.
Not no intention of even
You
dating
are
the
so
guy.
wrong. You are confused. That shows that you don't
So you
know
never
me.
done that. You
You
never
don't
done that.
know me very well.
You've never done that.
Never in my life, because I don't enjoy spending time with somebody that I don't give a shit about.
She's lying.
That is not that is not true.
You know, actually, I give her
That,
that.
I don't have
can
time for
see
that. I have
years
no
ago.
energy. If I don't have any, if I'm not even attracted to you or think you are kind of cute,
Okay, well,
and
maybe
there
not
might
you.
be something going on at some point. Why am I going to waste time hanging out with you just for a free meal? I don't
So
need
then
a
would
free
you
meal that
agree?
bad.
Would you, but hold on. But would you agree?
Because
well, hold
guys
on.
are obnoxious, and I don't want to sit there and hang out with you just to chat it up, and you trying to hope you gonna get something later and keep trying to touch me. And that's
Would you
nasty.
agree? But would you agree? But would you agree that it happens a lot, or it happens
Would
sometimes?
I agree
it happens
that
sometimes.
people would just go out for a free meal?
Yeah.
I mean, sure.
I've
They
done
do
it.
it all the time.
I mean,
See?
you gonna buy me a drink?
He's
You
an
can buy
ST.
me a drink. I ain't gonna talk to you.
I'm not gonna lie. I've done that before.
Exactly. See, that's.
But it
that's
wasn't like
escorting.
because I needed a free meal. It's just
No,
like
no, you
if
say, let me call such and such up.
No,
I've never done that.
I've never called
that.
somebody.
You never
and
said,
I've
hey, I
never-
want to go to the movies.
No.
I want to call such and such up because you know they pay.
I've never called a guy and say I want to go to the movies. I'm gonna make this guy pay for it. No.
Yeah,
But
I've
there's
never
people
done
out
that.
there that do
approaches
that.
me.
There's
People do
people
it
that
out.
do that.
I don't do that. I'm just saying I.
You may not, but there's people out there that do that.
Oh, okay.
And
Well.
that, you might as well go ahead and
But
spend your
see,
$160,
I'm-
$170
I question
on,
the.
Imagine you have like
on somebody to walk away.
numerical specifics.
I know, right? And that's
Well,
why
yeah,
I'm
but then
questioning
you-
like the women that you choose to go out with.
Well, but I'm just it's not me. It's not me pertaining to
How?
me.
You
I'm
are
just
the common
generalizing.
denominator,
I'm
sweetheart.
generalizing because I thought about it and I was thinking, wow, you spend like $150, $160 on a date. And you have to do several dates for that.
called
But well, here's
courting.
no,
It
but
is
here's
courting.
courting.
Every man is not courting when he's taking a girl out on a date. He's
Well,
trying to
then
smash.
won't you just be upfront and
And
be like,
say,
I'm trying to smash. I ain't buying you no
'Cause
more
you're not
dinners.
going
If you're
to
not
get
gonna
on-
smash, then I'm not gonna take you out for $150
you're not gonna get that
and you
date.
go find somebody that will take your
not gonna get that
$150
date.
meal and smash with you.
You're not
or
gonna get that
take that $150 and
And
buy
go buy
somebody.
one.
That's my whole point. Y'all not let me finish the thing. I was basically saying
it just took you.
No. You
the
wouldn't let me
scenic route
finish
to
it.
get to that
No.
point.
What I was saying is that people spend that much money on 5 or 6 dates when the reality of it is, and I did say this, but you just talked over me. I said the reality of it is you can just go ahead and spend whatever, like $150 to sleep with someone, and then you don't even have the headache of them calling you, or like Courtney said, or like I said, peeing on you.
In conclusion, prostitution should be legal just so
So
that Curtis
Curtis.
can no longer get peed on. And now we're gonna go to some news and gossip.
AfterBuzz TV News.
Oh man, the things we talk about here at the game. So this week, ratings tracker. So we weren't able to track from Valentine's week because we weren't here last week. But to check in from that week, the ratings did go down 0.2 of a point again for the second week in a row, down to a 1.2 in the adults 18 to 49 demographic, finishing the evening again behind the Teen Mom 2 finale and Tosh.0 and The Big Bang Theory. So.
Well, hopefully this episode will come back up.
Maybe
Because Team Mom is off.
But it's kind of Team Mom's gone. But I don't know. I almost feel like my Twitter has died down about the game too.
Oh,
like
really?
my friends from the East Coast and stuff used to be like tweeting like the game, and then like comments, and I would know about the show before I came in, and now I feel like nobody's even tweeting about it. So come back, you guys. I think, or maybe not come back, because this next little piece of news might be a little interesting change in the game. So BET may be losing an integral part of their hit comedy, The Game. Pooch Hall, who plays Derwin Davis, was cast in a pilot for Showtime. The pilot, called Ray Donovan, stars Liev Schreiber and as the titular character, who is a professional fixer and of the rich and famous. Whenever they have a problem they need handled, they call Ray Donovan. Pooch Hall will play Daryl, a young fighter who trains at Ray's brother's gym. For the time being, Hall will split his time between the BET comedy and the Showtime drama. However, after the current season of The Game, Hall says his character, Derwin Davis, will become secondary to his dramatic role.
I can see that. I mean, kind of, because he's not really.
He wants to get into the dramas.
No,
yeah, but
he's
you can do
making a
both,
leap.
can't you?
Well, possibly, but if it becomes too much of a scheduling conflict, he may have to choose.
And keep in mind, the pilot episode was not Pooch Hall. It was someone else, and they recast him after when they got picked
you're
up.
saying for the game.
For the game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about for the new pilot for Showtime. Gotcha. Okay, well,
So-
we'll see what
Yeah,
happens.
and then I'm sure the
Will they recast it? Would you mind if they recasted it?
I don't think.
for me, I could care less, but I think women would have a problem with that.
I have a feeling that if they didn't, if they hadn't already shot it, if they didn't completely wrapped up this series, this could be the last season. That's a possibility. I don't know.
I do think it's a possibility it could be the last season, but we'll see.
Yeah.
But I mean, even though they're dropping in the ratings, I think for BET, it's still
good.
a really
It's still-
ridiculously highly rated show. So I don't know, but we'll move on to our exciting brown people in entertainment news, and we got quite a bit of it this week.
Oh,
That's very good.
I shouldn't have had a smoothie.
Brown People Edition.
All that yogurt. Okay, so first up, we have Guillermo del Toro signed on this week to produce an animated film, Day of the Dead, a star-crossed romance that revolves around the Mexican holiday. Entertainment Weekly confirmed. The independent animation studio Real Effects is behind the film and is aiming for a 2014 release. It also enjoys being at the least, I can't read. It also enjoys the stature of being at least the 14th yet to be released project currently in the works that bears Del Toro's name.
14?
14 projects waiting to be released.
Really?
That's
more money.
crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy huge. But congratulations, Guillermo. Keep it working, brother. Next up, we have Idris Elba, who makes me feel warm inside.
More than Boris.
Actually, no. Not since I saw Boris in person. Because that was the first time I'd ever seen Boris in person. I've seen his
He
wife
really looks
before.
that good in person.
Yo. And I'm not the swoony chick. Like, I'm not the one to be like, hey, he's so
I know,
hot.
I can
no,
tell.
Ooh, goodness.
He can get
But
it now. He can get it.
no comment. Anyway,
All she needs is a Happy Meal.
Exactly.
A $5 Happy Meal, and she is good.
Oh,
you forgot to give me a
You done
Happy
spent
Meal.
so much money on me, Boris.
Hey,
$5.
it wasn't just her though. The entire room.
Because he is that. He's one of those people that
Yeah.
walks in the room and he's so gorgeous. Everybody's just like, damn.
Yeah,
Really?
I can see that.
What?
I can't.
I kind of felt bad for Nikki Ari because she was just
Yeah, but-
second.
And she is a beautiful
She's
woman
gorgeous.
too.
But she's confident and in her stride because she's like, yeah, that's mine.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
And keeps
he
it
gives
moving.
it to her.
It's no big. That's who he's
And they've been
getting
together
to
for
overnight.
quite some
a
time.
long
For a
time,
long-
and they've got adorable babies together.
Yeah.
But anyway, Idris Elba revealed that later this year he'll be working on another Mandela project. Elba will play Nelson Mandela in Long Walk to Freedom, an autobiographical work written by Nelson Mandela himself, which highlights his early life, coming of age, education, and the 27 years he spent in prison that will begin shooting this summer. So we waiting on Winnie to come with
Jennifer Hudson.
and then we'll have this one from Idris. So we have
So,
some
but do you
interesting
think
things going
Idris
on.
looks? I mean,
Doesn't matter. I think he's a great actor.
he's a great
I think
actor.
he can
He's
pull it
great.
off.
Yeah.
Think he can pull it off.
Because I think acting wise, he has the
Yeah.
skill to pull it off.
Right.
So they can make the other
Yeah.
stuff work.
So I think
Yeah.
Jennifer Hudson's like a perfect fit. You don't think so?
Didn't we talk about this last season
I
of the game?
know.
I was extremely shocked by that casting.
Yeah.
Who do you think should?
I mean, it's not about, to me, it's not even about what you look like because many things can be done to you to make you look
It's
like
about
somebody. It's
stature.
about stature, ability. Like, I like her a lot, don't get me wrong, but her acting ability I don't think is nearly what it needs to be to carry an entire film herself. I'm hoping to be proved wrong.
Like I would.
Because I don't want her
Oscar.
to fail. She
well-
won an Oscar for singing the hell out of a song,
and that's
not
it.
for acting.
Yeah.
That is not why she won the Oscar.
And
How
it
come she
sucks
win a
because
Grammy for that?
no, because it sucks for me because like you have actresses like Kerry Washington who is absolutely phenomenal,
think she
and
could've
even. Even Viola Davis is amazing. Like Jennifer Hudson, please come on.
We'll see.
Really?
to
We'll
play
see.
Winnie Mandela, like
We'll see.
That's
I
not
hope she does a
important.
great job.
Yeah.
It was
I
a
mean,
wave. I think it was
everybody
a
can
wave,
have a
but we'll see.
coach, get a coach and do some things and whatever. So she might shock us to heck. I don't know, but we're not talking about that right now. We're going to do our Dancing with the Stars. Congratulations! First, our very own Maria Menounos will be joining the Dancing with the Stars team in 3 weeks
Oh, she's going to be dancing.
with the sexy dancing. Derek Huff is her partner.
Who
Who
has
is like,
won.
even though I wanted her with Maxim, he's not on this season, so I'm okay
he's
with
not?
it. He's not on this
What about his
season. 'Cause I
brother?
looked. His brother is on. He's with
Okay.
Sherry Shepherd, but she didn't get Maxim. I just thought they would be really hot together, and that
Yeah.
would make it work. But he's not there, so she got the next most amazing possibility, and that was Derek.
Well, he's
because Derek
probably
is crazy
the
amazing.
best teacher too.
He's probably the best teacher.
Yeah.
Seems like a super nice guy, and I think they're going to do a great job, and it's going to be amazing.
And Maria is one of the prettiest bosses I ever worked
Yeah,
with.
and she will be so hot on Dancing with the Stars in her costumes. I can't wait to see what she does. So it's going to be great. And along with that, this was from Isabel, who's not here, but apparently the Mexican Brad Pitt, who's actually Cuban. He's Cuban, but they call him the
messed
Mexican Brad Pitt because I guess he got his fame from Mexican soap operas.
Right.
His name is William Levi.
Levi.
And he's also joining the cast of Dancing with
And
the Stars.
if you look at a picture of him, he looks white. So I was just like,
William Levy, and he was in
Levy. I thought
one
it
of
was something
Jennifer
different.
Lopez's latest videos. He
Videos,
was
yeah.
like,
I think he's hot.
they were thinking, ooh, Mark Anthony. This was before they got the divorce. Like he was the
Oh,
guy.
that
He was the guy.
That was
Ah.
him. So he's
Okay.
got a huge fan base. So he's one of the people to watch out for.
So
Yeah.
he's a little scary one, but he's a brown person, and we're excited. This might be like a little crossover for him,
him.
into American sort of
mhm.
film TV thing. So we'll see what happens with that. And for our congratulations this week, we want to congratulate TJ Martin on being the first mixed race director to win an Oscar for documentary feature film for his documentary feature
He's
Undefeated.
the first mixed race.
Yes.
Are you
and
sure?
They said that everybody was claiming he's like the first black director to win for the feature, and he was like, I don't want to be that. Like, it'd be nice for somebody to say I'm the first mixed race person to win, whatever. So
See, but that's not a true statement.
I mean, it's true in terms of black and white
well, even
sort
like,
of lines.
even I'm sorry, Halle Berry
Mulatto
wasn't the
or-
first black actress to win Best
Exactly.
Actress. There hasn't been. Her mom is white.
okay.
So it's
Technically, she's not the first black. There is no black actress to win Best Actress.
best actor if you look at it that way.
Yeah.
I don't.
But you wouldn't see it for him.
No, we're all like mixed.
Okay.
and-
The point of this,
Like I don't
is-
understand. No, I don't understand. That to me is just
I
whack
did it.
to me.
I said it mixed out of respect for what he
He's
wants to
won
be
it,
classified as,
exactly.
and he is not. He feels uncomfortable constantly being referred to as the black director
Exactly.
just
because
be
that's
it.
not
No,
necessarily
because
what
I
classifies
can see
himself.
that because he's recognizing that one of his parents is not black.
Okay,
Yes.
well then you just recognize that. I mean, freaking when the cops come over, they're not gonna say, "Hey, you're
Well, actually,
mixed," or
for
we're gonna
him,
let you
they
pass.
might because I was waiting to see who won because I had read the article
Mm-hmm.
about him possibly winning, and I couldn't tell who was
Who was who,
because he looks like
exactly.
a white guy. So I mean, unless you like get a really good picture close up and you're like,
Exactly.
oh, okay, he's a little
Yeah, we'll go to
tan.
Mississippi.
But congratulations to him, regardless. He's a person of color. That
There you go. He's a
did
person of
something
color. Like just
amazing. Well,
freaking be
I'm
that. I hate
respecting-
that. Just
Oh,
be that.
how
Just
you
be.
gonna hate?
Well, just be a person
That
of
is
color.
a special
Like,
segment
Curtis.
for another show. And lastly, of course, we will congratulate Miss Octavia Spencer for her Best Supporting Actress win at the Oscars. She was so happy and
Yeah.
looked so beautiful.
She made
and
a
we're
lot
so
of people
excited for
cry.
you.
I was a little disappointed Viola didn't win.
I was very disappointed Viola
I
didn't
love
win.
Meryl Streep, by the
I love
way.
Meryl, but I think Viola got
She
it snatched from her.
robbed.
But I was more than proud, which I said on our South special yesterday. The homegirl showed up with her natural hair. I love you, Viola. You're my
Yeah.
favorite.
At
So,
first, I was a little confused, and then I was like, "Oh, it grew on me after a while."
whatever.
she's yoked too. Her arms. Is
She's a big.
not big. She's in
That's
shape.
your AfterBuzz
She's in shape.
celebrity news and gossip
she's a
for
solid-
the
she's
game.
She's an Angela Bassett.
Yeah,
What's
exactly.
love got to do with
you.
it?
That's great.
And now,
Guys,
your AfterBuzz TV.
She's a big girl.
She's not a big
No, it's not
girl.
big.
She's a
Stacked.
buff girl.
She's nice. That's nice.
I don't want to get into a
buff.
fight with her. That's what I'm trying to say.
She's buff.
I
She
would.
could box your face off. Just
I would love to get in a fight.
knock it out. Anyway, so obviously we are into predictions. So Kenneth,
Oh, me first. Predicting
predicting whatever you like.
that the show will go on as scheduled next week.
Really?
Cole will be
That's
back. What is his name, by the way,
I
on the
don't
show?
even know. Oh,
Okay.
it's Ronaldo.
Ronaldo.
I wrote that down because
He'll
I
be
didn't want to
back.
forget.
So there may be funny stuff. I hope they bring back the baby mama. I forget her name all the time.
Janae?
Janae.
Janae?
Yeah, I love her. I really like her.
Mama, baby mama.
Bring her back.
What you got, Curtis?
Well,
Besides goats and peeing.
no, I predict that my man's gonna come back definitely. They're gonna build a little story around him.
You talking about Ronaldo?
Yeah, Ronaldo.
Oh,
Ronaldo.
okay.
They're gonna build a little story around him because he's funny. So he's gonna add to the comical part of the game. So I appreciate that.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
that all?
And Jason's gonna be back.
Really?
Yeah, I do.
Hopefully. Okay, Jason and Brandy still have a couple episodes left together, I think.
Yeah.
And I hope to see Ronaldo again. I actually wanted to say that's a sort of cameo casting that I appreciate because it's somebody
Yes.
that's actually a
Can
comedic
act.
actor
Yeah.
that's been around,
Yeah.
and it was kind of cool to have him
Recognizable.
come back.
Yeah.
I appreciate that the game, and hopefully we continue to have more funnies and laughter. And until next week, thank you for joining us. Keep on binging and doing what a bing does.
Bing, bing,
And
bing.
until next week,
Bada
you
bing, bada
can
bing.
find us on iTunes, find us on YouTube, check me out on Twitter at Stewart Starlet, check out AfterBuzz TV, and for Kenny and Curtis doesn't do.
He's like,
Have a good one, y'all.
From Bing.com, executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.